Hello, guys and gals, me Mutahar, and boy oh boy, the head GTA leaker? Well, let me tell you, I think there might be a chance that the man has made a severe mistake. The man, the woman, the group behind it, because it might be that the person has possibly been identified. There's actually been a bit of an investigation going on that goes beyond Rockstar. The community has taken it to themselves to dig deep, find this individual. So I'm going to present this rabbit hole to you today. Again, I want to reiterate, nothing is effectively confirmed, but it is actually interesting that people are kind of digging into the reality of who this CyberLeak fella is. Now, obviously, if you watch my channel, you probably know, but if you're new here, basically there's this indie game called Grand Theft Auto 6. Rockstar Games is producing it, or developing it. Take-Two is producing it, and this game is a little bit hyped, I would say, and it's been leaked, it's been talked about, it's been something that obviously a lot of gamers are waiting for, okay? I myself am a pretty massive Grand Theft Auto fan, and for me, I was watching all the leaked footage that has come out. Basically, this individual called CyberLeak has effectively been every single day for the last week, over the last plus 7 days, has been releasing video after video after video of GTA 6. In fact, there's been so much content that is out that I think the runtime is probably up to I think it's well over half an hour or something. It's a crazy amount of runtime we've got every day. We've seen nudist colonies, we've seen police chases, we've seen some interaction mechanics, we've seen nightclubs, and unfortunately today, we've even seen a leak of the introduction of the gameplay. Full cutscenes and whatnot. Now, obviously, I'm not here to give you any leaks for the game, too. I'm not somebody that wants to cover that. I am an individual that ever since I've seen these videos, I'll be completely real with you, I think the game looks fucking great. I think it looks awesome. Obviously, there have been people saying the graphics don't look like they look like in Trailer 1, for instance, like there's some downgrades, but it's also a development version of the game. Not everything is present, not everything is there, some things just do not exist. And Rockstar's kind of actually responded to it. Actually, they had some words to say. So for instance, they're like, "Dear all, we know how many of you have been waiting to hear us regarding the events of the past week. It's been an understatement to say that having videos of GTA 6 leak in this way has been heartbreaking. And this is obviously not how we intended for you to see the game after all this time. We're very sorry for everything that has taken as long as it has." Before anybody brings up the M-dash and says it's chat fucking GPT, human beings do use M-dashes, okay? From getting the game finished, nearly there, to sharing more details, we're very excited to see everyone watching the extended look tomorrow. So ultimately, at the end of the day, it's a pretty sincere response. And I can't imagine that, the parent company of Rockstar Take-Two is necessarily all that happy. Obviously, nobody at the company wanted their game to look the way that it has in the leak. It's clearly unfinished. I've seen a lot of people online saying, "Oh, the animations are kind of wonky, the graphics aren't all the way there." And it's like, brother, it is a leaked build of a fucking game, okay? It looks great, but ultimately, it's still a work in fucking progress. The fact that that actually has to be explained to people these days is the reason why I've slowly given up on fucking humanity. But anyways, there's actually been an interesting post that was actually on Reddit a couple days ago that was all about the CyberLeak investigation. So, for instance, ladies and gentlemen, yesterday on Reddit, this post existed, and it actually got removed. So thankfully, the mature individuals at GTAforums.com decided to actually archive this for you. So we're going to go down this rabbit hole. We're going to kind of see, have people identified the fucking hacker, the crypto bros behind arguably the leaking of one of the largest games ever? Remember, we're at a point now where these story elements are getting leaked. And this kind of shows that it's a very high likelihood the guy has a build of the game. And I think what could be very, very damaging for Rockstar, Take-Two, and I guess a lot of people that are also excited for this game as well, is if the entire build gets leaked. Now, personally, I feel for the developers. I don't really give a fuck for the corporate suits over at Take-Two. I don't really care, all right? At the end of the day, I only wish that Rockstar ends up making a physical copy, but I'll kind of touch upon things towards the end. Anyways, so this individual called Vice Sit, who's basically been sort of the lead investigator on this, has said that effectively, this is part 3 of the investigation. So there's actually two parts before this, all focused on the cryptocurrency, but we're kind of going to look at this just to get into it. So a Discord account called Stay on the Grind had popped up on r/GTA6's Discord August 18th. They tried sharing the basketball footage. People claimed it was fake AI, asked people what they wanted to see, and then they said that they would be back after the video was done decompressing. They also claimed they could share the full map. So this individual gets caught through the Discord logs of GTA 6's Discord, the Reddit Discord community, and basically says, guys, I've got this leaked footage well before it was actually available for the general public, which is kind of a suspicious thing to do. Now remember, Take-Two has been sending out DMCA subpoenas to Discord servers, and I feel like if this account, Stay on the Grind, has any personal information attached, which maybe they might, then they could actually be fucked pretty legally by Rockstar or Take-Two. So anyways, I'm not going to debate whether this person is CyberLeak or not, just like in my previous post. I'll go over what we can verify with actual evidence. So it's a man like me, okay? Needs the actual evidence to really confirm. So let's see your evidence. So he brings up August 16th, map Sneak Peek 2 PNG is uploaded to Arweave. Now Arweave is the decentralized hosting platform that these videos and photos kind of exist on. So you can actually see based on the transaction logs, and remember, men lie, women lie, the blockchain never lies, okay? Everything is here for you, the user, to verify. So you can see August 16th, aged 10 days ago, this link actually leads to an image of the GTA 6 leaked map, which has been taken down by Rockstar DMC. So I'm not going to show you, but you can verify based on the timestamp, this is when it first showed on the actual blockchain. So August 17th, basketball gameplay is also uploaded to Arweave. So you can see this transaction chain right here. If you want to pause the video, read it for yourself, feel free. It's right there. That's what I like doing on my channel. You can verify it all for yourself. It's great archives. So now August 18th comes by, 7:36 UTC. A Dread account by the name of CyberLeaker posts the footage on Dread using GoFile. So this is where it's a little bit interesting. So now we're going to the dark web, the deep web, the dank web. And over here we've got Dread. Now Dread is the Reddit of the dark web, if you will. Now generally this is a place where people talk about buying and selling drugs and shit. But inside here there is a Dread board called d/leaks. So here, a week ago, and again, you can verify this by hovering your mouse over, checking the timestamp here, and you can see an account called CyberLeaker pops in, and he's like, gameplay showing Jason playing basketball. And of course, they provide various links to this, links that I'm pretty sure have been taken down by now. So now we know that this exists on the dark web. Stay on the Grind then enters the GTA 6 server, August 18th, a few hours later. The basketball leak is posted 5 minutes later in the Discord server. Then claims the video is 2026 gameplay of Jason playing basketball. Asks people to tell him what gameplay they want to see. One guy says, show me driving. And then it'd be like, I'll be back with driving gameplay. Claims the hour videos will need hours to compress. So it's a rather interesting thing that he mentions over here. One of the interesting aspects of this is the metadata attached to the videos. A lot of people were looking at things like FFmpeg metadata and trying to ascertain, is the video uploaded or made in 2023? And the reality of it is that if you understand how metadata works, the individual that has been leaking this has, I think, purposely been using a specific version of FFmpeg. So when these videos are encoded, a certain timestamp shows up, a certain file number shows up, a certain version number shows up that lets people kind of roughly guess it's maybe 2023. A lot of people have been using LLMs to verify this, and I think the LLM generally just looks at the number, the version number, and does a best guess on that scenario. Again, anybody can download any version of FFmpeg and compress a video, right? So Stay on the Grind then goes into the Discord and says, I can share the full map quickly. So then, August 18th, 1728, the full map is uploaded on Arweave, an hour, 24 minutes, and 34 seconds after the Discord user claims they could share the map. So again, this is verifiable as fuck. Now, I wish you kind of had some Discord screenshots to attach. Obviously, post-production, I will also try to find as many as I can and attach them into the video. But it's interesting, right? This guy goes into a Discord server, starts fucking bragging around, and then an hour and 24 minutes later, it gets uploaded to the platform everyone has been viewing this on anyways. So whoever this guy is, clearly, if verified, is connected to the leaker, possibly as the leaker themselves. So then random video one is uploaded to Arweave as well, around an hour and a half later. So then GTA 6 Gas is uploaded to Arweave. User claims to have seen the opening of this video on August 18th. So again, the basketball leak already existed online and was posted on the dark web forum before the user joined the GTA 6 Discord server. The basketball video was uploaded to Arweave, then posted to the Dread forums. An account under the name Cyberleaker posted to /leak under the title Stolen GTA 6 Footage, which we saw. So by the time Stay on the Grind appeared in the Discord later that day, the basketball video had already existed publicly enough that someone hanging around on Dread could have downloaded it. That means that having the video does not prove that they are Cyberleak, right? Again, if the video's out there, anybody could have made an account, downloaded it from the dark web, and then shared it around on Discords, right? Now, what's interesting is when they mention the driving leak footage. So again, this is where they begin to question if Cyberleak is actually as professional as they believed. After people realize the footage seemed to be actual footage, Stay on the Grind changes behavior. They start to ask gameplay people want to see, and someone asks with driving, and Stay on the Grind says, I'll be back with driving gameplay. And eventually, a video gets uploaded to Arweave on August 18th, 3 hours after Stay on the Grind claims they'll be back with driving gameplay. So another interesting part is when they compare upload times to the Discord messages with this Stay on the Grind fellow. At 16:03 UTC on August 18th, the user claims they can share the full map quickly. The full map is then uploaded on Arweave at 17:28:34. Now, a sneak peek of the map had already existed since August 16th, but the timing of that message compared to when the full map was uploaded is extremely telling. The person that joined GTA 6's server is not simply sharing footage they found on Dread. They're making claims about lake materials hours before it gets uploaded to Arweave. So, is this guy Cyberleak? Now, obviously, this individual can't 100% confirm, and neither can I. But it does seem that whoever this account was is actually, it seems reasonable to assume they could be connected to that Cyberleak or the group right there. Now, remember, Rockstar is out subpoenaing these Discord servers, right? And ultimately, at the end of the day, one of the most important parts about this whole story is operational security, right? When you're on the internet and you want to be anonymous, you gotta really make sure your tracks are not connected. One of the biggest mistakes people obviously make are hey, here's my email account, it's shared across everything. I'm gonna run tons of different, I'm gonna use the same email for every server, right? Every account. Now, if your email is already connected to you in one place, and a data breach happens where that email shows up, it's reasonable to assume that that email is connected to the other email, yada, yada, yada. But in this case, obviously, the important part was we didn't really know who Cyberleak was. Cyberleak just kind of shows up on the blockchain, decentralized. Cyberleak hasn't really been giving a lot of information about themselves. But this connection is a small lead that Rockstar or Take-Two can use to try to understand or who is connected to this network. The reason why this is very important is actually very relevant to the prior investigations that ViceCit has done. So ViceCit actually started looking at crypto forensics, and so for a lot of people, obviously the cryptocurrency is pretty huge for this. I would say it's less of a crypto scam and more as somebody using it as a way to help themselves be tipped by the public. So they've been doing polls with their crypto, they've been putting out a crypto token. And I think for a lot of people that are buying their crypto token, it's not a matter of them making money. It's a matter of these guys finding a way to earn money while being as anonymous as they can, right? Obviously, I don't think Cyberleak or the group is super interested in gamers' rights and physical ownership and all that, because the actions that they're doing by leaking GTA 6 is only emboldening big corporate companies to say fuck physical and also fuck digital. Maybe in the future, the only way to protect our shit is to deliver video games through the cloud, okay? No chance of getting leaked when we control all the export paths, right? When everything is running in the cloud, you can stream the game through a browser, connect your controller, and play it via the web. I think these kind of actions piss off companies so they start thinking the way that I just explained. So anyways, what he said was he's going to spend some hours to uncover something more about CyberLeak. So he started looking on Dread, and then he started to actually look further into this based on the Solana blockchain. So he realized maybe this person left a paper trail while setting all this up. What they found was a wallet at the center of all this. The website, the wallet that supplied the Sol used to create the crypto, and the Solana public key that matches the signing key used for Arweave uploads. But that's not all he found. The crypto that funded all this can be traced back to a well-known exchange that requires KYC. So, KYC is Know Your Customer, which basically anytime you participate with a cryptocurrency exchange, so when you want to buy things like Bitcoin, if you want to trade your actual money for Bitcoin, you go to an exchange. An exchange mostly requires you to give your identification, give out who you are so that they can verify you. So in the event that law enforcement agencies go to any of these large exchanges and they're like, we want to know that crypto account. We think that crypto account interacted with you. We have it on the blockchain. And so the actual agency, the exchange, will be like, yeah, this is the crypto account. This is the wallet associated. This is the name associated with that wallet. And they will provide that information to law enforcement agencies. So you kind of see where things are headed to over here, right? So inside the actual scenario over here, the actual trail of money ended up going back to this account, this wallet, BMF DPRA, QHK, yada, yada, yada. Now this, you might be like, whoa, $31 million? Who the fuck is this? Well, this is actually a KuCoin hot wallet. Now, if you remember all the way back to the crypto scams we investigated, a hot wallet is effectively this big super wallet that just has money coming in and out. You can see that transaction-wise, there's just a lot of stuff to look through. Every minute, there is a lot of transactions happening on this hot wallet. Money is constantly moving in and moving out. And every single transaction is recorded by the KuCoin exchange. So they can actually verify, if they have the KYC information, who the fuck this original funder for the CyberLeak token could be. So here they actually bring up each route in actual action. KuCoin sends FWBI 100 Sol, FWBI sends this 100 Sol, this sends here 156, and you can see the entire transaction change from the exchange wallet all the way to the wallet that started the CyberLeak token. Now, obviously, inside KuCoin's own law enforcement guidelines, they do actually respond to all these requests with a proof of authority, anybody that comes to them, and they basically do give all of the information. So again, all law enforcement agencies have to provide is the relevant information, and KuCoin will just give them the information back. And here's the thing, right? This kind of stuff happens because ultimately, at the end of the day, they have to do this if they want to participate in countries like Canada. Canada's going to go and ask KuCoin, hey, listen, you need to make sure you have information documented. So if in the event that we're tracking terrorists, criminals, any of that, any shit like that, we know that when you have money flowing through you, we better have those fucking records. Now, again, the interesting thing about this is whoever CyberLeak is or whoever is connected, this cryptocurrency, if Rockstar detects who this individual is, they can possibly go over to KuCoin and say, hey, listen, we have a possible name, first and last, all this information. We need you to verify this against your records. And if they can find a match on KuCoin, well, then KuCoin can say, hey, listen, guess what? We found a link, we found a match, and that's actual evidence enough, I believe, that Take-Two can press this even further. Now, you might be like, well, how much money have they been making? And again, big thanks to ViceSit, who also brought up how much money that they could be making from fees. Now, remember, this guy burned his developer tokens, and they've only been making money off the transaction fees. So the way that this works is anytime somebody buys and sells the token, they continue to make money off the fees charged. So in certain days, they were making $15 million in trading volume in 24 hours, which, when you look at the fees, is about $30,000 just in the fees alone. They basically made all their money back on the very first day of the leaks. And at the time that they're writing this post, they were making around $40,000 to $60,000 just in trading fees alone. So the coin is doing about $2 million in trading volume per day, which is around $4,400 per day that they've been getting, right? And that is why this person has been releasing bits and pieces every single day. They've been titillating individuals because from the trading freeze, they've been making $50,000. In certain cases, you can see that when they were making $500K a day, or in trading volume, it was around $8 to $1,000 a day. But when you get into the 15 million trading volumes per day, you're making $25,000 to $30,000. Obviously, when you're making that kind of money, you're going to keep this shit going as long as you can, right? That's just how the cookie fucking crumbles here. Now, again, is this necessarily a criminal that has the best interest of gamers in your heart? No, obviously not. I think at the end of the day, these people are there simply because they found a great grift to sort of go off with, the stop killing game stuff, to something that they think can galvanize many gamers. But at the end of the day, it's individuals that are there mostly to leak the largest game out there and make money off it on a day-to-day basis, right? They say it's mostly to keep the costs there, like pay for cost or whatever, but let's be real. This is mostly a money-making thing. Obviously, they have every reason to keep doing this as time goes on. Now, how long can they keep doing this? Well, honestly, they have 3 months to make as much money as they fucking can, because honestly, by the time GTA 6 drops, if these people have a near completed build of the game, they could start leaking all sorts of crazy shit. They've already leaked a key story detail. They've leaked like the first 4 to 5 minutes of the prologue mission. So again, it's kind of all uphill from there, right? It's crazy shit that we're seeing. One of the things that I've kind of been saying through this is, obviously, this cat and mouse game, the longer it goes on, the closer Take-Two gets to identifying this person. And again, ViceCit has made a really good analysis, and I'm sure Take-Two has seen this as well. And I'm pretty sure this name has been at the top of their subpoena list. And at the end of the day, right, to think about it, Take-Two is going to go after whoever this person is. Now, the only way that these people can get away is if this guy just ends up living in, like, the Russian Federation, which at that point, what the fuck are they going to be able to do, man? Like, Rockstar's not going to be able to do anything. The Russians will not extradite somebody over a video game. Unless this was, like, a matter of, like, terrorism or, like, some crazy international incident. The Ruskies, or whoever, if this is a large country that doesn't deal with the US that way, this guy is not going to get extradited, and they'll basically get to live just fine, okay? Maybe Rockstar could try to do something legally in their country, assuming this guy lives in Russia or something, but again, the path kind of ends right there, okay? Remember, this is a video game company, not like a private military contractor that could probably send a few goons to your house and put 2 in your chest, 1 in your head, if they really fucking wanted, you know what I mean? And they're dealing in things that are far larger than a video game ever could be. But look, at the end of the day, I will say, tomorrow is a huge day for GTA 6. I don't know if I'm going to be streaming the whole thing. I probably will be, simply because I'm excited for GTA 6. It's going to get revealed on Netflix and later on YouTube. I think that, look, this is a little bit of hopium for me, right? I think maybe tomorrow Rockstar could still announce a physical copy of the game. Again, one of my big hangups with GTA 6 is not actually the game. I think the game looks fucking great. I think Rockstar is doing an amazing job. I think the only hangup for me is it's literally, when a game looks this good, even in leaks, it hurts even harder when it's not available on a physical disc for you to go purchase from the store and have entirely on the Blu-rays. So that's what sucks the most for me. You know, that's what really fucking sucks, right? That's the big kick in the dick. And ultimately, at the end of the day, I'm still hoping, I'm still, praying, I guess, that tomorrow when we're watching the official reveal, that towards the end of it, Rockstar just says, hey, by the way, it's not going to be available at launch, but a month down the road, January 2027, we'll have physical cases, physical copies of the game for you to order online through our store, Amazon, whatever. And honestly, if they do that, motherfucker, I will get down on my fucking knees and get that Ultimate Edition, baby. Okay, it is what it is. I was already going to buy the Collector's Edition if they had made it physical. I'm just hoping that they still have a Collector's Edition with the physical game on the disc. Because at this point, listen, if the whole argument was, we're not going to make physical copies because holy fuck, they could get leaked ahead of time. Oh no, somebody like Muda could have a physical copy of Metal Gear Solid Volume Collection 2 and play it early, which I have. And they could have done the same with, bro, they've already leaked GTA 6, okay? It's already fucking out there. There is more gameplay leaked than there ever is going to be officially displayed. At this point, just, I don't know, man. I mean, listen, PlayStation's not going to get rid of physical until post-2028. You still have this year and the next year to release physical content for the game, okay? Which honestly, you might as well do. PlayStation 5 for me is kind of, PlayStation's dying for me when they completely get rid of the physical content anyways. But hey, I will buy physical discs, you know, for now. Like, I will go to the game store, buy the physical shit that I'm interested in. When it's not available, then yeah, I guess I'll just go to like Steam or at best like Xbox or something. Because at least over at Xbox, like if I'm gonna be on console digital, I might as well be with the company that's probably most friendly to the digital ecosystem. And I hate to say that about Microsoft, but they're definitely more friendlier than Sony. And even Xbox is doing cool shit like converting physical games to like digital licenses for free, which, you know, is far more than what Sony is planning on doing. Again, ultimately, the end, I really hope tomorrow, the big thing that I want to see is obviously the official gameplay, which I think should be great. But I also just want to see Rockstar just say, listen, we fucked up. You're going to get a code in the box launch day, which is not great. But if you wait a month and a half, 2 months, we'll give you the game on fucking physical disc, okay? And honestly, at that point, as much as I would want the launch day to have the physical disc, I'd rather take a physical copy than this game just being a forever rental on the digital storefronts, right? But hey, a man can hope, a man can dream. And ultimately, I think it's going to be interesting to see if the research here done for this possible leaker may end up with this guy possibly being the actual leaker identified and put into jail. But I think if that does happen, I think if this guy is facing jail time, the build that he's playing may end up actually getting leaked out. And that is going to be wild to see. Anyways, if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Just like it, I am out.